What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the ProtoART. So I'm going to be demoing using the ProtoPack3 today. I'm going to start a new canvas here. Just going to make it a square. And I guess we can go down what these brushes are real quickly. Just going to make it like a gray for now. Alright, let's go down the list. So paintbrush 3, kind of self-explanatory. It's not all the way opaque, kind of transparent, but has a nice texture to it. I have the streamline turned up, however by default it doesn't have it on there. So you can get some pretty accurate pen strokes. I am recording on the iPad Pro itself, and I'm drawing in Procreate. So you will be hearing some scraping and taps and stuff, so I'm just giving you a heads up. Sorry about that. Next is the messy paint. Again, pretty self-explanatory. It kind of bounces within the same color that you have selected. So you'll get a brighter and darker hue from that. So you get a lot of color variation. I have the Wonderland Smoke. It kind of reminds me of Alice in Wonderland, so I named it that. Doesn't matter what color you pick, it's going to change it to the entire color spectrum. Ripped socks, it just kind of looks like a cotton kind of material. It reminded me of torn socks, I don't know. It's a very pressure sensitive brush, so the lighter you draw, the more transparent, the harder it's more opaque. This is the Smoky 2. It's a lot of smoke brushes on there. You can customize all these. Turn back to the default here. So by default, it doesn't follow the stroke path. So the original there. So you'll get narrow lines depending on what direction you're drawing. Or you can, fine tune it to your liking, but I'd make a reset point just in case. Cloudy 2, same thing. Get a nice little textured cloud color or look, and it's very pressure sensitive as far as the opaqueness. So this is the Blurry Fur. It just reminds me of fur. So at every point where you're turning the direction, it's following the pencil. So you get that nice weird look to it. So if I draw a straight line, vertical line, so only really start seeing the texture as you move your brush. So, I mean, you can use that for lettering, you can use it for character design, there's really no limitation. So you can say, hello. You get the idea. Paint spatter, again, pretty self-explanatory by default. The brush stroke itself is kind of spaced out there. You can use it as a stamp if you want to. And it rotates all the time, so you won't get the same direction. Or if you want, what I like to do for this, I'll just adjust the spacing. So I'll decrease that to maybe 10%, 12%. Let's do 11. Okay. So if you're doing lettering or something, again, let's make the size really small. Practice it on your graffiti art or something, whatever it may be. See, paint spatter brush, same thing, could use it as a stamp, you can draw with it, add nice little texture to stuff. Prickly tree. It's a very odd kind of looking brush, you can use it as a stamp. Alright. Scribble. It's a little hatching brush. Can easily build up color. Again, there's really no one way to use these things. It's just want to kind of demo them for you real fast. Colorful hatching, kind of the same as the last one, but it goes all over the place as far as the colors. So let me pick a different color so we change it up a little bit. So it kind of stays within that color spectrum. It just gives you a darker and lighter tone of that color. It doesn't matter what color I pick. It's going to give me the lighter and darker version of that. And again, if you want to customize this, you're more than welcome to. Just go to the About This, create a reset point, fiddle with like maybe the spacing or something. There you go. And I have the fur scribble. So if I increase the size, you can see it's a little scribbly brush. But if you're drawing, something smaller, it kind of looks like fur. So if I'm doing like a little, it's kind of an animal. From a distance, it looks like fur. So you can kind of build up. Pressing light, pressing hard. Anyway, get the idea. Moving on, almost done. Scribble 1, almost the same as the colorful hatching brush, but it's just a solid color. It's just a crazy texture if you want to add some fun little textures to your drawing there. I wouldn't use it as a liner because it does have a lot of openings, and if you try to color fill something, it may not catch it. And you will get this weird little border, even if you do increase your threshold. It's just the nature of the brush. Thick fur, pretty self-explanatory. Kind of looks like a fur brush. It doesn't follow your pencil, as you can see. I'm rotating. It's not pivoting. So if you want to use it for different directions, you'll have to physically rotate your canvas. Not a big deal. Next up, we have the sharp texture. It's like a pattern brush. If you want to add something like different to your drawings. Blurry Fur, it again looks like another fur brush, but it has a slight texture to it. It's like a canvas fur combo. And it kind of bounces all over the place as far as the hue. And you can layer it up and get a darker tone, but it's not inherently, I can't talk right now. It's not really opaque to begin with. Clear that out. You have the thick fur. This one does follow your brush or your pencil, and it's pressure sensitive, so the lighter I'm pressing, the lighter the color. Harder to press, the darker it is. The textured smoke, similar to the last one, but has more of like a little painterly look to it. Again, you can use it to build up. Press hard, really opaque. And last but not least is the Pixar fur. This just reminds me of like Solly from Pixar. Like his weird little hair. And it does, as you can see, bounce around to different colors. It doesn't matter what you pick, it's going to be really colorful. So I can go and make like it some kind of like blue or something. So there you go. For this particular drawing, I'm just using the fur brush, the paint spatter, and the Alice in Wonderland brush for my background. I just wanted to show you that you can create like some interesting characters with literally just 3 brushes for this example. Just kind of bouncing between different sizes and stuff. None of these are ideal for the line work. However, I'd recommend you using a different brush from one of my other packs, as those are a lot more accurate. But if you haven't already checked out my Gumroad, these are all available for free. I do post quite often on Instagram and Behance and a handful of other sites there. Hopefully you enjoyed this, guys. Be safe out there. Be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss out any new videos that I do post.